Finding another way. The guards were less than impressed with their story. Remy had to practically drag Zeke away before the encounter ended with an arrest. "It's okay. Let it go," Remy muttered as they walked off into the night. They didn't go far, just around the nearest corner so the guards couldn't see them anymore. "There's always another way." "We still could have just told him that we're royalty," Zeke grumbled, though he still followed. They circled around the property, looking for gaps in its high wall. It was rough enough stone to climb, but with a number of guards on the other side, that probably wouldn't do them much good. "I could just fly in if I was alone, but I'd get caught as soon as I landed," Remy muttered to herself in thought. "I'm thinking the mountain is our best option." Rook gestured at the rough stone streets beneath them. "Lots of noble families have escape tunnels, right? The Hydes have been ruling this town so long it was named after them. That probably warrants an escape tunnel or two." "Yeah," Nightingale grinned at him. "That's a good idea. If there is one, I bet it's well hidden. They wouldn't put it so close that anyone who wanted to could just find it." And so they searched. Remy found a stick and started prodding at the ground as they went, prying it into the cracks of paving stones and checking for hollow spaces. It took less time than she expected. When she stuck her stick sidelong into a large, flat rock and found it gave a little. "Hey," she squeaked, then jumped with a wave. "Rook, you want to help with this?" "Yeah, buddy. The Rim Dog has its covered." Nightingale skipped forward and punched her fist out. Remy sheepishly bumped Nightingale's fist, but she couldn't hide the pride she felt. "Good job, Remy," Rook said, reaching down for the large stone slab. He wedged his fingers around the rim of the rock, then yanked. Dirt and clay came free easily, exposing an open tunnel carved into the mountain near the edge of the street. "Huh?" Rook raised an eyebrow. "What's the problem?" Nightingale smiled. "We found the escape tunnels, no problem." "Usually they wouldn't come out into the road like this. I really hadn't expected us to find it until we had circled all the way around back." Rook glanced around as if guards would spring out of a nearby alley at any moment. "It's real dark in there," Zeke kicked at the edge of the tunnel. "Not quite big enough to stand up in. Looks like this'll be fun." Remy fished around in her bag for a glowstone and held it into the opening. The tunnel looked hastily made, about 4 feet high, and lacking any sort of supports. The air was thick and damp, and smelled musty. Remy's wings rustled uncomfortably behind her, and she clambered inside, stooping low. "Well, if we're gonna break in, we might as well get to it." Her friends followed, and Rook replaced the stone from the other side. "You know, we're probably going to have to tell them who we are once we get in," Zeke muttered. "I doubt they'll tell a group of burglars about Theodosian magic just because we broke into their house." Nightingale shrugged. "If we have to, maybe there's a ledger or something we can get to without being found, like the one your dad had in Romstead." She glanced back at Remy, who shrugged. A little ways in, the tunnel got bigger. It looked as though it merged with a natural cave. There were chisel marks where the cavern needed to be widened, or a stalagmite needed to be cut out of the way. "Quiet!" Rick's weapon was in hand, and he pointed it ahead of them. Remy listened, and sure enough, she could hear something scraping along the stone. This tunnel might not have been used in a while. She drew her own weapon. Something may have moved in. "Hey, maybe we can use this. When we get inside, we can just tell Elias that we're complimentary pest control." Nightingale drew her own weapon, tensing. "That's a thing, right?" "It is now," Zeke said.